no, I forgot the mic. And there we go. There's the mic. We should be good now. Reaching for the mic. Grabbing the mic. Crazy. Hitting the dog in the head. Waiting on Facebook. I'm Pastor Borghardt. Good to see you, Linda. Good to see everyone. Waiting on a few more people. Hi, Zach Nolan. Good to see you. Gene. Good to see you. Wasn't that crazy? Reaching for my mic. The mic's not muted. It is my baptismal birthday today. One more. Hi, Kristen Sanchez, Emma, Pastor Lestico, Pat Stevens. Most excellent. Yes, what a way to start the video with me reaching across my desk for my microphone. Hashtag unprepared. Hashtag too much on my plate. Crazy. All right, today is also hashtag Giving Tuesday now. So a good day to remember to give to your favorite charities, which of course includes your favorite Lutheran youth organization, Higher Things. So go to support.higherthings.org and give today. Your tax-deductible gift keeps Higher Things an organization all about pass the faith to the next generation. Keeps us a-rolling. Okay. You ever feel unprepared? That's the way I feel today. I am prepared, but I feel unprepared. I feel like I squunched too much in this morning and didn't get everything that I needed to get done. Hi, Beth Wilt. Good to see you. Yes. My baptismal birthday is Cinco de Mayo, 19. You're not going to get it from me. Anyway, let's begin. We have a great text. I feel like Tony the Tiger. Great text today. We have to have two great texts today. We should get into 16 today, which would make for tomorrow an even funner day. More fun? Anyway, so let's hit it. Starting now. All right. Jesus went away and withdrew to the area of Tyre and Sidon. I'm always a big fan of my old associate, Pastor Buto. His way was to walk into my office and just drop bombs that he wanted in the sermon on the weekend if he wasn't preaching. And the weekend that we have this text, which is Reminiscare, second Sunday in Lent, he walked in and goes, why is Jesus shocked to find a Canaanite in Tyre and Sidon? Hi, Pastor Rake. You have been in our prayers and our thoughts. It's good to see you. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Hallelujah. So Pastor Buto's comment on this text is, why is Jesus shocked to find a Gentile in Tyre and Sidon? Okay, so that would be what he would. Oh, Colonel Davis is here. That would be what he would he would think that would color your way of viewing this text. Let's see whether or not he's right on target. Kayadu, behold, a woman, a Canaanite from that area, region. Now, stop here for a second. A woman, a Canaanite. No name. Just a Canaanite woman. And with that comes all the freight of the Canaanites, not God's people, Gentiles, sinners outside the faith. He was sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Remember, he shall save his people from their sins. That's why he's named Jesus. Canaanite, not part of the family. Part of the area conquered by the children of Israel in Joshua and Judges. Behold, a woman, a Canaanite from that area, came to him, and she's crying out at Kragasen, saying, have mercy on me, Lord, son of David. My daughter is badly demonized. This is one of those texts where I love this text so much. I have read this text so much that I'm not even looking at the Bible software. I'm just looking at the same screen you are and just reading the Greek. She's a Canaanite. She is outside the faith, but she manages to put together some children of Israel words. Have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. Kyrie eleison, she sings. Have mercy on me. Okay? Have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. My daughter is badly demonized. Verse 23. And he answered her not a word. He doesn't answer her a word. Yeah, Sandra's observation of how do you be slightly demonized? Well, I mean, you could be tormented. You going okay there, bub? He's playing. Trouble's about to commence here. Right here in our midst. He's going to get himself in trouble. I'm going to tell you it right now. If I were to say a word that begins with a T and ends with a O-Y, we would be in Squeaksville population Thor. He is in a playful mood, I can tell. All right. Have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. She puts together a sentence with all the right words. The request is perfect. It's formatted in the proper style. It's got the MLA. It's got the MLA grammar perfectly. She's got these everything that she needs to have to get what she wants from God. Properly formatted. Oh, yeah. Trouble's commencing. Howdy, Christopher. Hi, Tanya. Don't say the word, Bishop, or he'll know. Jump back in the bed, bud. I guess not. Oh, no. Jump back in the bed, bud. There's my puppy. Yeah, we're in a playful mood. He answered her not a word. Now remember, she screamed out at him. She, kragazao. She, so that you know what she did. And this is onomatopoeia too. Sounds like the word croak. She screams out after him as I'm driving this software nuts. See? It's a word like croak. She like screams at him. And his disciples coming up to him, they say to him, they inquire of him, saying, Lord, send her away, for she's kradzo. She's crying out after you, after us. Higher Things just sent out an email, and whenever Higher Things sends out an email, sometimes I get all the responses. And so 1,000 email alerts telling me of people's, I'm not in the office, I'm not here. Anyway, just the gifts. Yeah, she wailed. Thank you, Pastor Rake. She wailed out after him. See, I used to think that they were the problem, the apostles. Like every other text, they're the problem. Every other text, they're the ones that don't get it. This text, Jesus is the problem. He's the embarrassment. This is Nagel's observation on this text in one of his chapel sermons. He's the embarrassment. This woman is going on, making a scene, and he's not answering a thing. The optics are terrible. The optics are terrible. Want this, bud? That's a good boy. So, the embarrassment is actually Jesus, who's letting this woman scream at him and not doing anything. Oh, it's going to get better. And he said, I was not sent except to the having been lost sheep of the house of Israel. I don't want you to miss this. He answers them, still ignoring her. She's screaming. He doesn't answer her. He answers them, not her. I'm going to check the tense on this. Okay. All right. I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. What that means is, I'm not for you. You're not part of God's children. How embarrassing. So he references her in ignoring her. I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. not you. But he doesn't even acknowledge her existence. You know, if you have the cookie cutter picture of JC in your mind, the idea that Jesus is like the greatest story ever told, you know. I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Like a guy who's not hasn't gone to the bathroom in a long time. I mean, this isn't that guy. And this is one of those moments where she very well could have said, like Sandra just said, I'm right here. I'm present. Hey buddy, you want this treat? Ooh, don't destroy your oops, missed. He hasn't caught a single treat all day. So she very well could have said, you know, you're rude. Yes, Pastor Rake, let's discard the blue-eyed, blonde-haired Jesus with the 70s haircut in the wind. Because this guy is up to something. What was the bad impression? All right. Yeah, Sandy Jones. It's a bad throw. Ooh, new page. But she came pros kune. She worships him. This is another aorist. So she knelt before him. She got on her knees. Something that Lutherans don't normally do. She got on her knees. We will on the last day. She got on her knees. And said, Lord, help me. Priscilla in the house. Jason. Here, buddy. Right. Nice. That's Joe Burrow right there. All right. I wonder, there's no screaming here. She probably barely got the sentence out. And it is simply, Lord, help me. Probably not the prepared words that she prepared in advance. Son of David, Lord Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is severely demonized. Here, she just simply kneels before him and says, Lord, help me. It is not good to take the bread of the children and throw it to their dogs. Hey, Bob. Stop itching. We're about to tear you up here, bud. So many commentators trying to rescue Jesus from being Jesus. Put it right here for you. Kune rion, dog. Now, the commentators try to... He's drinking some water. I hope he has some water, because if he doesn't have some water, he's going to start smacking the bowl. The commentators attempting to rescue... No water. You see? The commentators attempting to rescue blonde hair superstar rock style 70s haircut Jesus. Hey, come here, bub. Come here. Come over here. In your bed. Want that? Good boy. I'm thirsty, he says. They do this thing, the commentators, where they're like, he doesn't call her a dog, he calls her a little dog. Which is so better. You know what I mean? I mean, hey buddy, you want to come over here? Come over here, bub. Don't smack the water bowl. Come on. I always have to tell the guys, this is not a what would Jesus do moment. Don't ever call a girl a dog. And with Jesus, it's much worse than that. You can hear the sound of the bowl. He's got me trained. He hits the bowl, he rotates the bowl, and I hop into action and give him some water. Come here, boy. In your bed. In the bed. Good boy. Yes, Jesus Christ, superstar. Anyway, so to protect Jesus, they make this word less than it is. He calls her a dog. She repeats it. It's not a little dog. It's not a cute dog. If I called you Thor, I mean, imagine if I called one of the folks here a female dog and I said, no, not a big Doberman, a dog like this dog, that guy right here. Would that somehow make it better? No. It wouldn't. And what makes this worse is this is a racial slur. This is equal to dropping an N-bomb. What he says basically is, you're nothing but a dog Canaanite. See, they called Canaanites sinners, Gentiles, but they also called them dogs. You're nothing but a dog Canaanite. You're nothing but a dog. This is equivalent to, I don't want to say any of them, okay? But it's racial. It's over the top. The Canaanites were nothing but dogs to the Jews. Bad throw. So, what's she gonna do? Is she gonna be like, oh no, you didn't. Nobody calls me a dog. Is she gonna call TMZ? Get them on the horn. This, in Jesus's political career, Jesus is going to have a Zoom meeting to explain himself. Is that what he's going to have to do? No. Thank you, Devin. I hope that is a good thing, being the best Facebook page ever. Yeah, Thor's giving me a, don't say bad things about dogs. Yes! Cancel culture is going to have to get Jesus and cancel him. That's exactly right, Ellie. Deaconess Ellie with the win. So you got Jesus, who ignores this woman. He then talks over her as if she's not there. And when she drops to her knees and worships in front of him, he says, look, dog, I wasn't sent for you. And it's not right to take the children's bread and throw it to their dogs. And you should be offended, Jacoby, because it's offensive. Jesus' pastoral ministry here is going to get the DP and the first VP called. They're going to go all the way up the chain. He didn't even try. I'm done. What's she going to do? Let's look. And she said, "Yes, Lord, for the dogs eat from the crumbs falling from their Lord's table." She caught him in his words. He calls her a dog. She says, "Yeah, dogs get crumbs." She doesn't say, you can't talk to a woman that way. This is AD 30. This ain't 200 BC. She doesn't do that. No, what she does is she looks right into his rejection and she says back to him what he said to her. A dog, yes, but dogs get crumbs. Luther describes Jesus' actions in this as that of a hunter in search of faith. He's going to push her. He's going to reject her. He's going to ignore her. He's going to call her a dog. He's going to do anything to draw her to a deeper understanding of who he is and what he's about. That's what's going on here. She repeats back to him what he has said to her, and he delights at it. Exactly, AD 26 more precisely. Thank you, Pastor Rick, for the correction. And by 32, he's dead. And he loves it. He loves it. Together. And Jesus answered her, saying, "O woman, megala suhe pistis, great, ginormous is your faith. Let it happen to you as you wish." And her daughter was healed at that very hour. The Lord's no doesn't necessarily mean a permanent no. He could be saying no to you in order for you to see a greater and to have a greater and more deeper understanding of him, to empty you of you. I almost had a cough there, and y'all would have screamed Corona. And if you did, it would be my Corona. Get it? Because it would be me. Anyhow, what he does with you in his no answers is to draw you, to pull you into a greater understanding of how he is, to empty you of all the things which would separate him from from you being nothing but givable to by him. That is a Nagel sentence. Again, nothing but givable to by him. And so his no here is to push you, to pull you, to trust and believe all the more. That part of us, all of us, we all have this in us, who is the spoiled brat child. I want my pony now. Who when they hear the word no, leave the house and start walking. When I was a young pup, I think I was 5. This was 5 or 6. This was back in the day where you could roam the streets safely as a child. Not in the 1960s. So I probably was 5. My grandparents lived about 3 blocks down one hill, over, and then down another hill. They lived by the LSU lakes, and we lived about 3 blocks down from the lakes. And so my parents told me no. And being my mama's angel, that was a word that I didn't hear often. I was the second oldest, the good kid. So that she told me no. And I said, I don't want you as my parents anymore. You know, I mean, what kind of parents are you if you're not a slot machine always saying yes? And we say the same to God, by the way. What kind of God are you if you don't put out for us the way we want you to and give to us what we want you to and spit out all the goodies? What kind of God are you? We'd just as soon rub Buddha's belly. I mean, at least he gives us nirvana, some sort of peace. So, my parents, because of it's the late 70s, are just like, well, go live with your grandparents. And so, this 5-year-old stubborn German, half Cajun, 6% Mediterranean Jew that I am, says, that's it. I'm going to live at my grandparents' house. And I start walking down the street with a determination, my mama said, that I was going to be my own man at 5 or 6, whatever I was. Down the hill, around the other hill, up, down the other hill, and up the driveway to my grandparents' house, who happened to be vacationing in Egypt. Forgot that fact, but my parents knew that fact. And to add to the story, it began to rain. So there's a 5-year-old defiantly, stubbornly not wanting to be a child anymore in his house, ringing the doorbell at his grandparents' house, who are out of the country. In utter defeat, I walked up a hill, down another one, and then back up the hill. And my parents, who I guess did not even care that their child was unattended, said that you could see the rain and just the utter defeat of my head down as I walked up the way. We all have to die to that part of us that if God doesn't answer yes on the first time, we suddenly are like, I'm done with you, God, and are going to go and try to be our own person, however old we may be. Thank you, Maggie. You alone appreciate my humor. Shameless plug for Higher Things merchandise. And when he ignored her, and when he didn't, when he talked over her, when he called her a dog, after saying that he wasn't for her, she had nothing left but him. Dogs, yes. Dogs get crumbs. Ha gunai, megale suhai apistis. Great is your faith. Why? Why is her faith so great? Because her Jesus is great. She would not let Jesus be anything less than her Savior. You're not stopping until you save my daughter. Look, Pastor Rake, I understand that there were uphills on both ways. I'm just remembering it from when I was 5. And I want to just say a correction on another story. I do not think I hid the candy underneath my little brother's bed, who was 5. I think it was under my big brother's bed, who was 2 years older than me. But does it really matter? Because I framed him. All right. Moving on. Verse 29. He went up Metapas. He left, leaving there, Jesus, Parata Thalasan. He is beside the Sea of Galilee. He's walking by the Sea of Galilee. And he went up on a base, he went up a mountain and sat down there. Now again, don't miss this. God is again on a mountain. And great crowds came to him, bringing to him their kolos, that's lame, blind, those who are not able to speak, mute, crippled, and many ateros, many others. And they laid them at his podos, his feet, at the feet of Jesus, and he healed them. God sets up shop and starts doing business on a mountain, healing the sick, the lame, the blind, the crippled, the mute, and many others. So the crowd, thamasai, they marveled when they seeing the mute speak, the crippled hugeos, that's healthy or sound, the lame walking, and the blind seeing. And they gave glory to the God of Israel. Which is an interesting end to this section where the God of Israel just healed somebody not from Israel. Take care, Pastor Rake. But God's on a mountain, and there's a lot of people. With 7 minutes to go, we know what's going to happen next. And Jesus summoned the disciples to himself and said, uh-oh, I've got the splagizomai going on inside of me. I've got compassion. I've got a rumbling in my heart for the crowd. Because 3 days, they have remained with me. And they have nothing having nothing to which of which to eat. I don't want to send them away hungry, lest they become weary on the road. I think that Felicity, that the administrative assistant, may have coughed, but he doesn't have the Rona either. What I would like you to sort of take in with this, as I look for, don't be looking in my drawers. I was looking for something for my finger. I'm having some finger pain. He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. Hi, Kelsey. Good to see you. Can't send him away. My heart's hurting for him. Jesus, playing the role of a southerner, refuses to let anyone go home hungry. Or is that a stereotypical little Italian mom? And the disciples said to him, you know what the disciples are going to say? What they're going to say is, yo, just do what you did before. You did it with 5,000. Looks like 4,000 here. And the disciples saying to him, Pothin, where are we going to, in this wilderness or desert, where's the bread going to come from? So that such a crowd may eat. Someone's here. And Jesus said to him, come back here, buddy. Come on, come off duty. Hey, come off duty. Back on the bed. Oh, no. Can't do it. We're going to finish up. We'll have to just ignore the pooch. Come on, buddy. How many loaves do you have? Jesus says. They say 7 and a few small fish. 5 loaves, 2 fish, feed 5,000. 7 loaves, piece of cake. Directing the crowd to sit down. Directing the crowd to recline on the ground. Remember, if you think they sat Indian style, come back here, boy. Come on, boy. Come. Thor, come. In your bed. In your bed. All right. So you know what he's going to do. But don't think that they sat Indian style, because they didn't. They reclined on the ground. They laid on their side on the ground. That's what they did. And he took the 7 loaves and fish. Eucharistes, he breaking them gave thanks. Did you know that later the word Eucharist became the name of the sacrament? Yes, buddy, I know you're thirsty. Just a little longer. So that tells you what's going on here. Forward thinking to the Lord's Supper. Forward thinking. Come on, boy. Come here. He took the 7 loaves and fish, and having given thanks, he broke them and gave them to the disciples to give to the crowd. And they were all satisfied. And they took up 7 full baskets of broken pieces left over. And those who ate were 4,000 men, besides the women and the children. And after sending the crowds away, he got back into the boat and went unto the region of Magadan. Which, by the way, you should just peek at the next verse. Because the guy who fed the 5,000 and then fed the 4,000, want this street? No, really? Is going. The guy who fed the 5,000 and the 4,000 is going to be asked to do a sign. Think about it. 5,000 fed with 12 baskets of leftovers left over. 4,000 fed with 7 baskets of leftovers. He's getting more efficient as he goes. But what you really want to take note of is that God, again, ends chapter 15 feeding his people. He on the mountain, they on the ground. He's done. Doesn't want to eat anymore. They on the... Never mind. He'll eat. They on the wayside. They on the... God tends to his people. He cares for them because he has compassion on them, because they're hungry. God cares for people who are not his people and cares for them and brings them along as he did with the woman from Cana in Galilee. Great end of a section. Great place to stop on this Cinco de Mayo. Baptismal birthday for me. Have a good day. Have a good week. Stay safe. Remember to give to your favorite organizations today. It's Giving Tuesday now. And I will see you tomorrow. Same channel, same place for Matthew chapter 16.